PBIS is a joint effort between the Milwaukee Public Schools Department of Parent and Student Services and the Milwaukee Teachers Education Association to effectively reduce classroom disruptions and student suspensions through a school-wide, systematic, three-tiered intervention approach. Observing the increasing numbers of suspensions and discipline issues in MPS, the MTEA and the MPS administration decided to take a proactive approach to addressing the issue. School-wide PBIS is a research-based system approach for establishing the social culture and behavioral supports needed for schools to be effective learning environments for all students. PBIS is a three-tiered response to intervention approach. It takes a team effort to implement PBIS in a school. PBIS requires work, time, and commitment from all staff members. In return, schools will see fewer disruptions, spend less time dealing with negative behavior, and see improvement in student achievement. Schools spend a minimum of a year learning each tier, working to implement the tier, and they must master the tier before moving to the next level. The school team and staff come to consensus on school-wide expectations, how the expectations are defined, and the positive and negative consequences. The schools teach and reteach expectations to students throughout the school year. School teams may develop uniform lessons plans called cool tools, hold assemblies, or do other activities to teach the expectations of the school. Students are given opportunities to practice the appropriate behaviors. Schools collaboratively develop appropriate positive and negative consequences. The goal is to focus on reinforcing positive behavior while still addressing negative behavior as needed. Schools collaboratively distinguish what are classroom and office-managed behaviors. The school team uses data throughout the year to determine what steps need to be taken to address problem behaviors or areas. To improve data collection, the incident referral form was redesigned to align with both the parent-student handbooks on rights and responsibilities and data entry on ESIS. 5 new reports were developed to help teams analyze behavioral data in a meaningful way. These reports include the following: average referrals per day per month, referrals by location, referrals by problem behavior, referrals by student, referrals by time. Teams look at systems, procedures, and policies in place at the school first. After examining the systems and ensuring they are functioning correctly, the team then looks at individual students. The MPS 2008-2009 District Report Card has the following suspension data. In the 2008-2009 school year, 65.9% of 75,234 suspensions were for learning environment violations. As of November 29, 2009, the data for the first cohort of 30 PBIS schools was as follows. At 67%, or 20 schools, the total number of suspensions were lower or the same as the year before. At 80%, or 24 schools, suspensions for learning environment violations were lower or the same as the year before. What do the students have to say about PBIS?
Responsible and safe.
I've been attending El Puente for 2 years now, and with the Blues, it kind of helped. It actually did help a lot of first-year students who come here now be on time and get their break.
Last year, there were a lot more fights than there have been so far this year, and a lot more people are respectful, and we're a lot safer now. PBIS has definitely made a difference.
I'm more responsible with my supplies and stuff.
We've recently introduced the PBIS program, and I've noticed a difference. There's a lot less fights, and people are acting a little better. And I think given time that we can have a much greater difference.
I like everything about it because it gives me a chance to win. Not only does it give me a chance to win, but my behavior changes and my attitude and also my academics.
It also has brought 3 short and simple rules to the school, and it's a lot easier than remembering 1,001 rules.
Instead of always getting yelled at for what they don't do, they also see the positive in what they do. And I think it's also a great thing to take with you for the rest of your life. You know that when you do what you're supposed to do, when you're in work all day, every day, that you get your promotions and you get rewarded in other ways. So this is just a small step in showing kids what they could get.
It feels good because it's like a reward for people that are showing good behavior.
And the changes that I've seen is more teacher involvement at the school. I've seen more teachers in the hallway encouraging their students and other students to be in class on time and ready to go with their supplies before the bell rings. I've seen a lot more students wanting to be on time.
And I think that the PBIS program has helped us a lot because it's motivating us and it's rewarding us at the same time.
I'm a senior here at Hamilton. I've been here for 4 years, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the new PBIS that was installed this year. And the one thing that I really like about it is that when you get awards like the Paw Prints and the Wildcat cards, it you get the self-gratification that comes with the award that you receive, because it makes you feel like you're doing the right thing, and it gives you more confidence in yourself, which is definitely important for, if you're going off to work or college. It's things that will help you in the future.
What do the faculty and staff have to say about PBIS?
I like the way that it models for the children how to actually behave and do the things that we expect of them.
Things have started to go far smoother than they were beforehand. Students, whenever they do something mischievous, we can always refer them back to the Blues, since it's fairly comprehensive of everything that they need to do to be successful here at school.
And this is my 4th year here at Carver Academy now, and I've seen a big drop being part of the PBIS team. One of the things we look at is incident referral data, and we had a large drop in the month of September this year when we compared our data to last year's data in the month of September. And when we reviewed October's data, we've also seen a drop in referrals. So we would like to contribute that to PBIS in the system with a decrease in referrals, which is really great for the school overall.
Hi, I'm a 29-year veteran of the Milwaukee Public Schools, and I've been here at Samuel Morse for the past 6 years. What I really love about the PBIS program is that not only do we get the opportunity to walk our kids through the behaviors that we want to see every day, but we also have the opportunity to reward our positive students for their positive behavior.
As far as the cool tools, I really enjoyed teaching the cool tools. They seemed like a nice way to reiterate the focus of the year, the need for being on time, and especially going over what you did every minute of your passing time. I thought that was really nice. The students seemed to think, and they wrote everything down, and they seemed to think that they spent all 10 minutes coming to class and running here, and then once they filled that out, they started to kind of reevaluate their behaviors and how to better manage their time.
One of the reasons that PBIS has been difficult is it's a slow process, and I think that's sometimes hard for students and teachers to recognize that our next stance is 0 suspensions, 0 referrals for the month of December. And maybe we're not going to get the target that we want right away, the numbers that we want with students with 0 referrals and 0 suspensions. But maybe the next time we have 50 to 60 more students, and the time after that we have 50 to 60 more students. Then it's a process, it's a changing of the culture, and I think that's what it's difficult to change the minds. And
literacy coach at Seaford Elementary School, and the one thing that I appreciate about PBIS is that we have a positive atmosphere in the building. Although we're redirecting children, we're really looking at it in a more positive light and trying to teach the children how to do things the right way instead of punishing them for making mistakes. So I really like that it's more of a positive atmosphere towards discipline.
I've been here quite a while, and I see a much happier, more pleasant environment.
The kids are very knowledgeable of the rules. They are very, they know exactly, and everybody's doing the same thing. So from kindergarten to 5th grade, we have the rules that are in place. And if you ask anyone, they know what to do and they know how to act. And the consequence of doing the opposite. And it's very, very helpful for the whole school. As
speech therapist here at Seaford School. And it's interesting to see PBIS really give us a common language. As a speech therapist, I work with a lot of different classrooms and also a lot of different students. And using the 3 Bs allows us all to have the same language with the students. We also started a card system, so I know exactly what's going on in all the classrooms, what sort of warnings are going on, and the kids will come to me and say, oh, I'm on STAR today, which is great.
The attitudes of the students.
Definitely.
The attitudes have changed drastically. Lots of respect. It's a wonderful thing.
I work with the CLC, and we're happy to be part of this plan. We've been in the meetings, and we are very happy to be part of it because it helps us. The kids are in after school, so after school they get loud. They think they can get away with things that they don't do during the day. And our program is an extension of the school, so whatever the school is doing, we do it too. So it helps us tremendously in our lines, and our dismissal, and our lunch.
As teachers and students, it's giving us a vocabulary that we all share in common, so that if one teacher is talking about being responsible or being safe or being respectful, we've all got we're all on the same page as far as the vocabulary that we're using.
Initially, as we started PBIS, one of the biggest challenges was the management of the system. It was very easy to reward children for their good behavior, to focus on what was going on well in your classroom or out in the common areas. But then the kids would have all these rabbit tickets, and we had to figure out how to redeem them. And one thing that we learned was we actually had to set, some classrooms redeem them on a daily basis, some classrooms redeem them on a weekly basis, but had to actually set it into your schedule.
And since the implementation of PBIS here, it's been a world of difference. The atmosphere is much more pleasant, the students are more friendlier, the staff morale has increased tremendously. Last year or the previous years, the attendance for the teachers wasn't that great. This year, teachers are here every day, as well as the students. The students look forward to coming, and it just made a world of difference here, not only behavior-wise, but academically as well. Hopefully we will see the improvements of that PBIS has made in the academic achievements of the students. So this is the first year that we've had it, and it's been great, and I can't wait to see the results in the next 2 to 3 years with our academic progress.
And since we started PBIS here at Congress, I'm glad to say that we have 100% buy-in from the staff and from the students, and I also have to add the parents. We've gotten a lot of good response from the parents, and so far things have gone very well. We have taken the time to decorate our school with our PBIS signs to remind the students to be respectful, responsible, and safe. And we also have these wonderful t-shirts that we use to remind the students also that we're a new school, we have a new environment, and hopefully we'll take it to the next level.
And without the support of our principal, Ms. Applewhite, none of this would have happened. She's been very supportive. She's been a part of our vision and our mission to put PBIS on the map here at Congress. And we just want to say thank you to Ms. Applewhite for giving us basically everything that we've asked for to get PBIS started here at Congress.
Thanks, Ms. Applewhite.
What do the administrators have to say about PBIS?
What I've noticed for PBIS is that students are involved in it. We're always asking what are the expectations. They know what is expected in the hallway, in the cafeteria, in the classrooms. It's nice to have everyone on the same page.
For the most part, it has changed the way that we do business. Teachers are encouraged to be positive in how they address kids and how they deal with their issues and problems. Students are seen to be more positive about, based on the PBIS model, about how they go about their daily business. So it has changed the environment of the school in a more positive way, and it's appreciated.
It's great to have all that feedback from the schools that are actually implementing PBIS. It's important to remember one thing. You must be patient, committed, and stick with it. It takes 3 to 5 years to fully implement PBIS in a school.
The following is a list of the 30 PBIS schools in MPS.
I know there's a lot of problems with MPS, but there's a lot of good things too, and I really like to give those kids that are doing something positive a little reward for what they're doing. So PBIS, I love it.
For a more in-depth presentation on PBIS, visit the media site and view the Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports Joint MPS and MTEA presentation under School Improvement. If you have questions about PBIS, feel free to contact the Department of Parent and Student Services at 414-475-8666 or one of the 30 PBIS schools.